So you're in your 20s and you feel confused at life. You don't know where to invest your time. You feel like you procrastinate. You feel like you can't take action on the things you want to do. Well, in this video, we're going to help you out. We're going to give you some tips and advice on how you can turn your life around. Let's get into this video.
I got loyalty.
Tip number one. So most importantly, when you're in your 20s, you have a lot of free time. And like they always say, you're only ever young once. So have fun, go out and enjoy yourself. We have been to over 21 countries. You know, we do all these crazy things. We've been to Amsterdam like 8 times and we love to have fun. It's one of the most important things while you're young.
They say you never know.
Tip number 2, health and fitness. This is probably my most important thing that I really advise you guys to do. You know, eating healthy and working out. You don't want to wait till you're 40 years old to realise that actually I am unfit and I am unhealthy. Use this time wisely to really, you know, be bloody active.
Yeah, man.
Be active.
Especially when you're young and you are basically fit and active. Use this to get ahead. So you don't have to wait till you get older when it's going to be 10 times harder to do that. Everybody knows health and fitness is very important, but hardly anyone does it.
I'm like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my God, I'm coming with the goodness.
Okay, so tip number 3, you're going to want to invest in yourself. Now, let me tell you a little backstory on us. When we was younger and we was like 18 years old, our weekends used to consist of eating pizza, chilling out and doing pretty much nothing. And I can honestly say those were kind of some of the most boring and unhappy times of my life, simply because I wasn't progressing. But when I started to invest in myself and I started to eat nice foods and eat healthy foods, and I started to work out and I started to read books which were going to help me progress, and I watched videos of other people I aspire to be like, and I started to become a stronger version of myself, that's when I've seen the real progress. So make sure you're always investing in yourself and trying to become better than the person you was the day before. Of course, you can still have fun, like we said, and watch Netflix and all these different things here and there, but if you're not investing in yourself, you're kind of falling behind. And whilst you're young is when you're going to be forming habits. So if you don't invest in yourself now, in 10 years from now, you're going to be forming bad habits and you're not going to be in the best place.
When you stay all in your job and stay focused, you're going to be the best. Do what you can.
Tip number 4, learn from other people's mistakes. So this kind of relates to the previous point. You can make your own mistakes. I think the most important thing is fail forward. However, when you learn from other people's mistakes, it kind of ensures that you don't make their mistakes.
Basically, it's going to cut your learning curve. So if you look at what somebody else has done, which you want to do, you're going to see what mistakes they made. For example, you can read autobiographies, maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger's. I don't know what it is, but you're going to cut your learning curve by a lot. Save you time, money, effort, stress, all of that stuff.
It's fucking accurate.
Tip number 5 now, have goals and work towards them. Think about it. 1 year ago, you must have had something in your life that you wanted to do, but for some reason you just ended up not taking action on that, and now it's a year later. Think, where would you be if you took action on that goal which you had in your mind 1 year ago? But then think, in 5 years, if I start working on that thing I have now, where will I be? If you're 20, when you're 25, think where you could be. You could have an online business, you could have the dream body you want, you could be traveling the world. All these things that are possible if you start taking action now. So have a goal, work towards it, break it down, plan, and just start taking action towards it. It's not that hard.
Tip number 6, try new things / get out your comfort zone. When you're in your 20s, it's really all about experimenting in new things, finding your passion, whether it be cooking, yoga, meditation, hiking, and really get out your comfort zone. You know, no one wants to live a boring life, not just used to doing the same things all the time.
And just be more open-minded and willing to try new things. Tip number 7, again, a very important one, is take risks. You know, you don't want to have a life of regrets. Like we said in the point previously, do you have any regrets now? You might do, like we did, but that doesn't mean shit. You can change it around. You can change that around now by taking the risks that are kind of holding you back. If you want to set up a business, look at it square on. What's the worst thing that can happen if I try and set up this business? The worst case scenario is probably going to be you might lose a bit of money, etc., etc. Obviously, if the outcome is like crazy and you're going to be homeless and this and that, then don't go for it. But at the end of the day, if you have shelter over your head, if you have food and water, you are okay. So always ask yourself, what's the worst outcome? Take risks and don't have any regrets.
You don't want to come to, you know, when you're 50 and be like, I wish I'd done this. I wish I travelled the world. You know, you hear so many people saying those things. Oh, I wish I'd done this when I was young. Don't make that mistake and just go for it.
I'm pretty sure I read this article once, or I saw a video, I try and find it, and they said they interview people on their deathbed. You know, their one thing that they regretted in their life. I can't remember.
What?
I know. I had it on a ball then.
No, wait. You can't start it and not know it.
The one thing...
This is going to be bullshit. Let's not listen to this one point. It's going to be lies. And you know...
I'll find it. It will make sense. It's something about people on their deathbed, and the one thing they wish they did is... they had regrets or something like that, but they had regrets.
Oh my god, that point was irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant. They had regrets, and you don't want regrets. Is the point I'm trying to make. That's the one thing on the.
He started off the story with telling us people on their deathbed what their biggest regret was, and you left us not knowing.
I don't know. It's something like that. I will find it. Okay, I will find it and put it in the video, and it will make sense.
Okay, so anyway, lastly, to end this video, the most important thing is to really enjoy these times when you're young.
Yes.
You're only going to be young once. You know, you're in your 20s now. What really is the worst that's going to happen if you mess up? Nothing really.
Yes,
so take the risks, go out, enjoy yourself, find yourself.
And I want to quickly say, people say you're only young once. Of course you are only young once, but that does not mean you can just waste your 20s away and then get to 30 years old and be like, what the fuck have I just done? Use this time wisely. Like we said, go out, have fun, but also challenge yourself. Do things that are unnecessary now, which are going to pay off in the long run. It's that simple, man. You don't want to have regrets when you're 30, and that's one thing we are definitely not going to have. If you enjoyed this video, then give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, and go and check out our blog, johnxmeer.com. We'll have loads of articles similar to this and that. Any video suggestions, please hit us up, and email us if you have any questions or you just want, want to talk to us, man. But that's all. We hope this video inspired you and helped you out. And as always, I don't know. Why does as always? I'm
gonna say have fun with it like before.
We don't have a catchphrase. Let's think of a catchphrase right now. What should it be?
And as always, have fun with it.
As always, have fun with it. As always, have fun with it.
We're gonna work on that.
Have fun with it. Whatever you're doing, just have fun with it. If you're
but we're blabbering on. We know it.
If you're going to your